You're listening to Just Hit Play with your hosts, Peter and Nick Cabral. If you're tired of your stagnant, streamed music feed, then strap yourselves in for an intergenerational sonic journey through Peter and Nick's favorite songs.
Welcome to Just Hit Play. No, what the hell's the name of the show? What do I normally say?
Welcome to episode.
Oh, that's right. I lost my mind there for a second. I'm getting old. It's the Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 204 of Just Hit Play. I'm your host, Peter. With me is my co-host, Nick. Nick, we're watching the Morocco-Scotland game live. So if we say anything during this episode, that's why, because we're actually watching a game in the 89th minute at the moment.
Yeah, if there's any exclamations, that's why.
Yeah, it's World Cup fever. I know you have it because you've gone to a few games. How is everything going in Toronto with the World Cup?
Oh, it's amazing. It's been one of the coolest weeks of my life, like having the World Cup here.
Yeah.
Just the fever, the hype, the excitement around the city. Like, oh, it's so cool. And obviously, yeah, going to the Canada game was like one of the best things I'll ever do in my life, I think. It was just so amazing.
Yeah, that was like, I watched the game, and has there ever been a better Canadian men's soccer football performance? I can't think of one.
Well, last night's maybe. Last night's game was, yeah. The one I went to was they played well, and Bosnia defended very well. So
yeah, they did. Yeah.
But we did deserve more from that game. But that performance against Qatar, I think that if you're a Canadian football fan, like that probably just made you feel something, because it made me feel something.
Yeah. No, it was a good game. That horrible injury aside. Which was on a nothing tackle, which was really the shock. The tackle was nothing, and the Canadian player,
maybe a bit clumsy, but
it was
it's not a leg breaker.
It was obviously a foul, like he meant to foul him, but that guy could have no idea that was about to happen.
Yeah,
no, he deserved the red card for what happened in the injury, but
sure, yeah,
it wasn't a nefarious tackle by any means. It was just weird how it happened.
Yeah, so weird. Yeah, but what a game. What a game. The path to us winning the group is wide open. So, that in itself is unbelievable.
Yeah, all they need is a tie with Switzerland, and I guess they win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is a doable task. And their best player, Alfonso Davies, hasn't even played yet.
Exactly.
So they could save him for the next game and not play him, just to rest him even more.
Oh, yeah.
There's really no need to play him in the next game. Maybe as a sub, but...
if we need a goal late, why not give him 20 minutes? But other than that, yeah.
And and not that I need more reasons to love Canada. And obviously, I'm a Canadian living in Australia, so I have left Canada. But I love how many immigrants there are on the Canadian team. Like how many African players, people born in Africa on the team. It is such a multicultural team. It's so good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely have World Cup fever. My brain feels a little bit like mush, like those days where I'm off work and there's 4 games on, and I sit down and watch all 4 games. I just feel like I'm exhausted by the end of it. Watching 4 football matches in a day is tiring.
And this is a good example of what I forget what it's like to be young, because I messaged yesterday. I was like, hey, totally thinking it was like, oh, he'll be able to record after the Canada game. Not thinking that, you're probably doing something after the Canada game, or doing things like you're probably having a few drinks.
Yeah.
Like me,
I was out at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I'm like watching the game because of the time difference. I'm watching the game for breakfast, and not really thinking in my head that it's like, oh yeah, he'll have time to record after the game.
Yeah. No, I was at the bar having a good time.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
Yeah. No, that goes to show you sometimes you forget what youth is.
And that's what Just Hit Play is all about.
That's exactly what it's all about. You're absolutely right. It's funny. I probably haven't told you this, but I'm like growing out my hair, so I have like shoulder length hair at the moment.
Whoa!
And I just got bored. And I was like, I'm just going to grow my hair. And I was at work one time, and one of my coworkers who's your age goes, Have you ever gone through a midlife crisis? And I'm like, I'm a 52-year-old man in a ponytail. Yes. Yes, I have.
Oh man.
Yeah. So forgetting what youth is like is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some music. So I'm going first this week, and I'm getting to listen to George Harrison with his song "My Sweet Lord," recorded in 1970, or at least in 1970. It was recorded a year or two before that, or at least the origins of the song were in the late 60s. Yeah, so let's listen to George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. Darren, just hit play. Hey, had you ever heard this song before, and what were your thoughts?
Never heard this song.
Oh, cool.
I love this. I love this song so much.
Yeah.
I love this song. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Not much more for me to say right now. I want to hear you talk about this song, but yeah, I love it.
Okay. Yeah, so this song was released in November 1970, and in England, it was the biggest selling hit of 1971, obviously, at the end of the month. Wow. At the end of the year 1970. So in Canada and America, it went number one as well. This was the first, George Harrison was the first Beatle to go number one after the Beatles broke up.
Wow, really? Not even Paul McCartney and the Wings?
No, this was the first number one hit post Beatles breakup. Huge song, as you can imagine. Now, before we get into the song itself, I got you to listen to another song, which was called He's So Fine. Now, what did you think of, now, you probably don't know why I got you to listen to that song, but what did you think of that song?
No clue, but yeah, I liked it. Like, again, not my type of music that I would go to, but you know, if I was in the 50s, like, do it like at the diner with a milkshake, like, you know, I'd probably put this on the jukebox.
All right. The reason I got you to listen to He's So Fine by the Chiffons, by the way, is that in 1976, George Harrison was sued for copyright infringement, and he lost the case. So he lost that, and it was said that he didn't mean to do it, but through unconsciously he ripped off the song He's So Fine by the Chiffons, which was released in 1963. What are your thoughts? Did it sound alike to you?
I think maybe now if I went back and like listened with that in mind, maybe I could pick something up. But I'll be honest, I only listened to the Chiffons song once.
I sent it to you like 20 minutes ago or half an hour ago.
So I didn't really like connect the dots right away. But yeah, I mean that sucks for George Harrison.
Yeah. So one of the things that has always dogged this song, I guess, after its release, was the fact that, you know, it was considered plagiarizing.
Do you think it's that big a deal?
I think there's only a certain amount of chords you can release, and there's only a certain amount of melodies. Years ago, the Rolling Stones had to give a songwriting credit to Katie Lang, because they released a song that was so close to Constant Craving by Katie Lang that they gave her a songwriting credit so she wouldn't sue them. And it comes down to either, you know, subconsciously they heard the song and they just sort of, it was in the back of the melody was in the back of their head and they thought they came up with it. Or, you know, you just write a song that sounds so much like another song. Like I think that's it. I don't think George Harrison did it on purpose or anything like that. And of course the court case said he didn't do it on purpose, that it was accidental.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, if it's a good song, it's good. Like, it's a good song. I'm not really too fussed about who's ripping off who, to be honest.
And music. There was just Elvis Costello, who's an old English like punk rocker. Someone came up to him and said, Olivia Rodrigo has ripped off Watching the Detectives for a song, and he goes, "That's fine. I ripped off Bob Dylan." Nice. You know, it goes, it's music. Like, you get inspired by music. It goes, I don't care if it sounds anything like Watching the Detectives. Like, who cares? So I think that's the right attitude to take. Music gets influenced by whatever influences it. You know, you just have to take it. The only one is that Dua Lipa, who really rips off music.
Dua Lipa, really?
Yeah, some of her songs like just sound like she just rips off like the bass line, or I don't even think it's a sample. I think she's just ripping it off like wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'll hear a Dua Lipa song. I was like, that's in excess, you know? So
Fairs. Yeah.
yeah, that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that I think is a little bit nefarious. So My Sweet Lord is in praise of the Hindu god Krishna, who George Harrison was really into at the time. Now, do you know anything about the Hare Krishnas?
Yeah. I know that was a big thing, like especially at the time, really big movement, and
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty new religion. It started in 1966, I think, the Hare Krishnas. So, and it definitely gained popularity in the 60s and 70s. And George was a known follower of the Hare Krishna, and a lot of the Beatles did go to India, and were going into like Vedic chants and things like that. Across the Universe has a little bit of Hare Krishna in it. So Hare Krishna is, if you don't know, it's a lot of people consider it a cult. I consider it a cult. It has like a non-violent vegetarian sort of movement, and everyone shaves their head. Men and women shave their head, and they wear like long robes, and they follow the sort of tradition that you don't make money, you kind of allow money to be given to you. So it follows that sort of tradition where they go into they were notorious to going into airports in the 70s and trying to sell people flowers and taking whatever
Mm.
donation people could get.
Like the scene in Airplane.
Exactly, seen in Airplane. That's where they got that from, right? Now there's a great podcast that I listen to called "Was I in a Cult?" and people just tell their cult stories. And there was a harrowing tale from a girl who grew up in the Hare Krishnas, and she was born in, like, her parents were Hare Krishnas, and it's harrowing. It's really awful what happened to her as a child, and how she had sexual abuse, and because she was sexually abused by one of the older members, they merited her off at 13 because they didn't want anyone to know she wasn't pure anymore. They shipped her around to India. Like, it's a terrible story, and I don't know if it's any better now, but it was definitely for children. It was a terrible thing in the 70s for children.
Right. Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah. So he tried to combine Christianity with Hare Krishna. So that's why you get the Hallelujah in it. So he was trying to do a little bit of both. So that's where this song comes from.
Yeah. No, I really like that. I liked the, like, obviously the Christian, like the Christian and Hindu, like fusing that together. I thought was really cool. I love the repetitive nature of the song. Like, I really, really like that there's not much to it lyrically. Like, if you just look at the lyrics, it's essentially the same phrase, like, over and over again, same few phrases. But I personally really like that. And it puts you in like a bit of a trance listening to the song. And I don't know. I've always thought the Beatles got way more interesting after they went to India. And so I love all of the Eastern influences on this track as well.
You know how music can sometimes put you in a place where you remember where you were when you used to hear this song, sort of thing?
Yeah.
So I did a road trip through Wyoming and Montana, going through Yellowstone and going to Devil's Tower and those places. And I remember listening to this song in the car a lot as we were driving. So that memory for me is driving through Yellowstone and going to Devil's Tower in Wyoming. So that's the memory I have, which is pretty cool memory to have in relation to this song. So yeah, that's my memory.
Nice. Very nice. I just want to say this. I'm obviously a very casual Beatles fan, right? Like, I'm 25. Like, I've grown up knowing the Beatles my whole life and knowing all their hits, and I love Sgt. Pepper's. I think that's one of the best albums ever made, etc., etc. I don't know if it's a hot take for me to think that, like, George Harrison is, like, arguably, like, the most important member of the Beatles. I don't know if that's just me, like, inherently trying to be, like, contrarian or come up with a hot take. Listening to this song really made me double down on that, because it's like, it's what I like about the Beatles the most, is like the interesting melodies and like the instrumentation. So yeah, I don't know if it's a really hot take or not, but I think George Harrison slept on, or maybe he's not slept on, but I don't know. How do you feel about George Harrison's legacy and impact?
No, George thought so. I don't know if you ever saw
I'm sure he did.
I don't know if you ever saw Get Back, the show that was on Disney Plus about the Beatles. No. I don't know if you ever managed to get through it all.
It was like 10 hours. So.
Yeah, it is a long one. I watched it, and George actually left the band, because he thought that he wasn't being listened to and they weren't listening to his ideas, because the Lennon McCartney, who wrote the majority of the music, they sort of had a stranglehold of what was put on records. And George, they would usually allow George to have one song, like Here Comes the Sun or something, or probably his two best known songs, or When My Guitar Gently Weeps. Like, they would allow him usually to have one song, but that was about it. And Lennon and McCartney would dominate the rest of the record. And that's one of the reasons why George left the band for a day or two, because they just weren't listening to him. And then that was it. The band broke up after that. And, he was right. Like, he could write this song,
Yeah.
This is a classic, one of the great songs from the 70s. And it was all George. Now, my partner, Angie, she loves George more than anyone. She hates Paul McCartney. Ringo's cool. And John Lennon's I was about to say a really, really bad word that started with C.
Yeah,
which is a very casual.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's a very casual thing here to say in Australia. Yeah. So I almost said it. She didn't think John Lennon was a very good guy, and how he treated his first wife and what he did to Julian Lennon, his first son.
Yeah,
but yeah, George, she always loved.
Well, Within You, Without You from Sgt. Pepper's. That's my favorite song on the album, and that's all George. So yeah, I put me down as a member of the George Harrison army.
Well, what's funny too is when your dad would go to college and I would be home by myself, I'd always steal his Sgt. Pepper record and listen to it and put it back before he got home. So that happened a lot. I don't know if he knew that or not.
Nice.
But yeah,
I think you mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely borrowing Sgt. Pepper quite a bit and listening to it, because oh my God, this is Sgt. Pepper. It's one of the best albums ever recorded.
Yeah. So of the Beatles 4-film cinematic event that's happening? Like, they're making the 4 Beatles movies?
I know of the one they're making. I didn't know it was 4.
Yeah.
Expand on that.
So Sam Mendes, the director,
yep.
He's making 4 Beatles movies, one about each member. And I believe they're all supposed to come out the same day in 2028.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so, do you know who's playing each member of the Beatles?
I know. Oh, who's the guy? The Irish guy.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, that's the Joker. I know he's one.
Yeah, he's Ringo.
And
then we've got Harris Dickinson as John Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney.
Okay. Yep, I could see that one.
I've seen the set pictures. He looks like dead ringer.
Yeah.
And Joseph Quinn is George Harrison.
Oh, interesting.
You know Joseph Quinn?
From Stranger Things.
He was in Stranger Things. Yeah. He was Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so he's playing George.
Okay, interesting. A couple Irish guys in there, because McCartney, his parentage was Irish, so it kind of makes sense. There's a couple of Irish guys in there. Did you ever know that there was almost a Beatles movie made, them as the 4 Hobbits?
I did know that, actually. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
That's bloody hilarious, isn't it?
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. So they should have made that movie. I think that would have been hilarious to make that movie.
So do you think you're going to go watch all 4 movies in one day?
I don't know if one day, but I'll definitely go see those movies. That sounds great to me. So it's
they're filming them all. They're filming them all consecutively. Sam Mendes said basically his whole 2026 is just making these movies.
Yeah.
All directed by the same guy, same cinematographer, like all same crew for all the movies.
Yeah. So it's sort of everyone's different perspectives on events that are happening, kind of thing.
I think so. Yeah. And then their own personal origin stories and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. I also love in Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. They have the Beatles in that movie as well. And in the book, specifically in the book, there's a lot of Beatles mentions in the book, which is really cool. I don't know if you've read the book yet.
Yeah, I've read the book. I read the book before the movie.
Yeah, me too. Great book and great movie.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those Beatles movies.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Like Roy Orbison and not ELO maybe a little bit, but like Roy Orbison and George Harrison, I'm only scratching the surface into his life. This is just a short snapshot. We could have just a podcast about George Harrison, so we're taking a very limited view, and I've skipped a lot of things and haven't talked about a lot of things. But yeah, specifically, I've tried to stick specifically to this song.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Well, in 2028, we'll have a whole movie about the guy.
We'll do
that
some
I
movie
can watch
review.
and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The only
Exactly.
the only other thing I'll say is on Rolling Stone, this was voted the 460th greatest song of all time, and in the NME, it was 270th as the greatest song written of all time.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, so
very nice.
Yeah, great song. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, cool. And now for something completely different. Tell us about your artist.
Completely different. So, this week I got to listen to none other than Fakemink. We'll let the music speak for itself. Darren just hit play on Night Blooming Jasmine by Fakemink. All right, Fakemink, hit me with it. What'd you think?
All right, I'll tell you what I liked about the song. I love the opening. I thought the electric bass, the beats, I thought they were fantastic. The video was good. I really loved the video.
Yeah, like the David Lynch reference. It was cool.
Yeah, I like the fact that the director, how do I phrase it? He was able to polish a turd pretty well. I did not like this song.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. It was a great polishing of a turd. Yeah.
Yeah, every now and then.
Beautiful video. Oh my god, what a beautiful video.
Beautiful video, and the beat is great.
I love the song.
Yeah, but not Fakemink, right?
There is something about him that really annoys me.
Is it the fact that he sounds like a mosquito?
I didn't like the vocal effect, but then I was like, is it a vocal effect? And I kind of listened to another song called Blow the Speaker.
Oh, I love that song. It's so good.
And he does kind of do it a little bit in Blow the Speaker as well. And again, a great example of Blow the Speaker. Love the tune, don't like the dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Fakemink is a very avant-garde.
Yeah.
Like his music is super out there, and I every now and then on the show, I like to pick a song that I know going into it you're probably not gonna like, but I like to challenge your ears every now and then and throw something at you.
That's why we do the show. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so this is one of those times I'm challenging your ears, and I'm saying this guy played Coachella to a crowd of tens of thousands of people.
Really?
Just to blow your mind a little bit. Yeah. He's surging right now. People love him.
Yeah, he is strange. I just went on the YouTube page where the song was Night Blooming Jasmine, where I wrote a comment. I was like, hey, I'm about to review the song. Listen to our podcast. So I don't know if I'm annoying people right now by saying it's a piece of shit. But again, it's not meant for me.
No. Yeah.
I think is it a vocal effect that he's doing? Like what?
Yeah. Is it? Oh yeah, he's got like an insane like chipmunk voice filter on right here. I think to make him stand out.
I guess
because it's different, right? And that's the thing. It sounds different. Yeah, I don't know, and you either like it or you don't. My ears are primed for this, right? Like that's the difference between you and me is, like, yes, this is out there, definitely out there. This is underground and, like I said, avant-garde, but it's not that far out there from a lot of the stuff that I've already listened to and been exposed to. No, for someone like
the tune is great.
For someone like you, like this is really out there because, like, yeah, he's doing some interesting things. So yeah, I'm not surprised that you don't like it.
Like, there's a band that I love called Ween, where they do this vocal effect a lot on their songs, but it's always done for comedic effect.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't know. I didn't like his dancing. I didn't like his face.
He does have a punchable face. Yeah, it's very. He has
a very punchable face. Yeah,
I didn't like a sleazy looking guy.
And I wrote in my notes, I know this song's in English, but is it really?
Some could argue it's not.
I was like, is it English? Like, I know he looks Middle Eastern. I think I may have seen that he might be Algerian. I don't know if I got
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. So I don't give a shit about his background. Like, if it's good music, it's good music. I don't give a shit where it comes from. But yeah, I don't know. I just really, he really annoyed me. His sort of lackadaisical, like, singing style. He didn't really put in much effort in the video. The video was, when I say I love the video is filmed beautifully. It's a very well filmed.
beautifully filmed. Yeah, wow.
So, yeah, I just didn't like his performance in it.
So I actually don't think we're too far off here, because for me, like, Fake Mink, the best part of his songs are the beats and
Yep.
like, just like you said, the tune. What he's doing on top of those, like, I range from like tolerating to thinking he has moments of hitting like really cool cadences
Mm-hmm.
and like interesting like riding the beat sections. But what's cool about Fake Mink is he's entirely self-produced. Like, he does every second of the
Mm-hmm.
production of all of his songs,
You're right.
which is really impressive. And I have a lot of respect for like DIY guys like that
Yeah.
who they are the sole person
Yeah.
working on their music. And songs are like half production, half vocals, and
Mm-hmm.
he nails the production all the time. So I got to give it to him for
No,
that.
you're absolutely right, because in this world where there's so much noise and it's so hard to stand out, and if he's able to stand out and cut through that, God bless him. Go for it. I just didn't particularly. It wasn't for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah. So Fake Mink, he kind of had a really, really quick rise to the top. 2024, he put out his first song, which was actually with the other British rapper SD Kid. So it was a collaborative effort with them. And
Mm-hmm.
then in 2024, he just released 50 singles
Yeah.
on his own, self-published, and one of them went viral. And then next thing you know, Drake brought him out as a surprise guest at a concert in London. Within a couple days, Frank Ocean was like spotted at a Fake Mink show. Yeet was collaborating with Fake Mink. Playboy Cardi brought him out at a show. All of this within a span of months
Mm.
after one single went viral. And now he's playing Coachella and like doing worldwide tours.
Yeah.
And he just released his first album. So I think that really speaks to just he's in a very interesting moment right now, because his music's very subversive and sounds fresh. So it's really standing out.
Yeah, and all you need is one good music, and that book's your passport, right? Like, that's your passport to fame or to success. It's that one good tune. If you can get that, that'll take you places, and it looks like it has for him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, this guy's only 21. He just put his first album out like a month ago. So I think there's definitely a lot of room for him to grow here. And he's got the production down already. Like I said, his production's so good and so mature and really, really pushing things forward. So I for one, I'm excited to see where Fake Mink goes from here, because music needs guys like this to
No,
try something.
You absolutely do. You need to swing, whether it's a miss or a hit. You do need to swing. I would love to revisit him later on if he has another single. You think that would be interesting enough to play on the show? I'd say bring it on. Like, I would love to continue down this road and see if his music grows on me or not.
Like, I just think, when we've talked about it on the show, like how rap and hip hop for most of the 2010s was kind of the dominant genre of popular music, and it's very much taken a back seat now in recent years. Hip hop has grown very stagnant, at least in the mainstream, and the only way for a genre to break out of that funk is for guys like Fake Mink to emerge and kind of start setting the tone and trying new things and blazing a trail, right? So I see Fake Mink as that kind of guy. I don't know if he's ever going to be like this like pop star, superstar style of guy, but I think he's going to have a very loyal cult following,
Right?
Because there's no one sounding like him right now.
No, I can't think of anyone that sounds like him. It's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, let's. I'd love to revisit it down the road and see what else we got.
Yeah, maybe in the future he won't sound like a mosquito as much.
It is a weird choice. I'm not going to lie.
It is. No, yeah, I'm with you. It is a strange one.
Yeah. Cool. What song do you have for me for next week?
Next week, we're going to listen to the song Most Normal American Voter by Genesis Owusu,
Okay.
Australian artist, by the way.
All right. Don't know it. We're going to continue down a road, a very specific road. We're going to listen to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with a song called American Girl. So that's your song for next week.
Awesome. Very good.
All right, let's do this this day in music history. This is an interesting one. I kind of remember this. So on the 21st of June, 1992, there was a band called The Orb. They released a song called Blue Room. The single was 39 minutes and 58 seconds.
What?
It was 2 seconds shorter than the maximum permitted length for it to be considered a single in the UK. And it peaked at number 8.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Darren, just pick a moment in time in this song. There's no lyrics really. It's sort of an atmospheric song from The Orb. There's you had to be on a lot of drugs to really sort of get into this kind of music. So just pick a moment in time in the song, and let's listen to a little bit of The Orb in Blue Room. Yeah, so a 39-minute single by the Orb. Yeah, there you go. That probably wouldn't happen unless you're R. Kelly and writing a song about being in the closet. I think that's pretty yeah. What are your plans for the rest of the week? More football, I'm guessing.
More football, yes. Yeah. So I'm going to the Germany match tomorrow, Germany versus Ivory Coast. That's in Toronto. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to that with my dad, and yeah, hanging out with him for the weekend, Father's Day, whatnot. And yeah, of course, more football. Just turning my brain into mush, consuming football.
Yeah, that's my dark horse is the Ivory Coast.
They look good. Jan Diamande, what a player.
Yeah,
future Liverpool player, by the way.
Right. Did Liverpool just sign someone?
We signed Victor Munoz from Osasuna in La Liga.
Yeah, I heard there was some signing.
And we put in a bid for Jan Diamande, 100 mil, and Leipzig turned it down. They want 120.
Okay. Are you happy with your new coach?
Thrilled.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled.
Yeah. Let's see how he does, because Liverpool, they're probably a little stagnant. They need a new ideas, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's I'm really excited to see what happens. And how do you feel about Manchester United's first game next season is going to be Carrick versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
That is pretty neat. Do you know what I also find interesting? Is that, I don't know if you heard this, that they just announced that Prime is going to show a behind-the-scenes thing for Manchester United this season.
Cool.
I think it's called All or Nothing.
Yeah, they did. I remember they did one for Spurs a while ago when Mourinho was there. And it was amazing.
Right. Yeah, so they're doing one for United this year. So I was like, oh, that's a risky, here he is, a new coach. He hasn't had that much experience, and they're doing this. So I was like, okay, this is either going to end really, really badly.
Yeah.
Or be like one of those amazing, just the lucky behind the scenes thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if Ole does come back to manage Ipswich Town, and it's Carrick versus Ole,
that's not bad.
United better win that game.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a movie called Fever Pitch?
No.
Okay, so Fever Pitch was a book written by I'm blanking on the guy's name. He was an English guy, and it was written about Arsenal. And then they did a movie about it where Arsenal win the title. This is apropos. They win the title for the first time in 20 years. This is written back in the 80s, I think. And, just the level of, excitement and how everyone came together. All Arsenal fans came together, blah, blah, blah. So they did an American version of it. It was Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon were the characters in the American version of it. And Jimmy Fallon just happened to be a Red Sox fan. And the Red Sox hadn't won up until that point since Babe Ruth. And the year they were filming it, and they had all the backstage stuff with the Red Sox. The year they were filming is the year that the Red Sox won the World Series for the first time.
Oh, nice.
So it was like this kismet of, they just happened to be doing this movie about how the Red Sox never win. And then they had to change the movie because they were there, like they were filming the movie when they won the World Series.
That's cool.
So, that's where like things like that can be kind of interesting, or they could be just devastating, and it could go all wrong, and then you see all the behind the scenes of it, just the dysfunction. So yeah, I don't know what I want.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting either way.
Yeah, so that's good. And speaking of that, earlier today, speaking of football and baseball, USA beat Australia, which really pissed me off.
Yes, too bad for the Socceroos.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate us. I hate the American football team. They're annoying.
They do look really good though.
Yeah, no, they played well. They the first half they dominated that first half. Australia didn't do a damn thing in that first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they obviously they won the group, so they're going to advance with a good seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your plans are football? Mine, I'm traveling again next week. I'm going back to Sydney. I think I'm just in Sydney for the day. I work as a professional photographer, and they send me to Sydney a lot to do like sports photography. And I'm going to Sydney. I think I'm photographing 8 teams. Usually I'm photographing like 20 to 30 teams, and I'm there probably like 4 or 5 days or 3 days. I think I'm in a fly in, fly out situation. So I'm literally going to be there for 3 hours, then I fly home.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I was like, are you sure? Because there's a lot of photographers in Sydney, but they keep sending me down there. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep going if you send me.
Yeah. Hey, they must like you enough.
Well, I mean, also they owed me $3,000 and they finally paid me yesterday. So
nice.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit frantic. I was like, please, just because I could see that they've seen the bill that I put in and they hadn't paid it in over a month. And I was like, please just pay that. And they finally paid it. So it's everything's okay again.
Good.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about our independent artist. It's Venus. We featured them one time previously, and they're a brand new band, all-female group out of Brisbane and the Gold Coast. And they have a brand new single called Pack It Up. And it's a really cool electric pop song. And the girls do a great vocal performance, and we're going to listen to that song now. So thank you very much for letting us play your song. And if you're an independent artist and you want to be featured on this podcast, reach out and we'll see what we can do. And Nick, we'll talk to you next week.
You got it.
Pack it up, 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 pack it up. Somebody had to show you up. Close off, dramatic, aesthetic. You're just my type. You're speaking my language, so damaged. You're scared of heights, and I watch you panic. I watch your panic, boy. I'm not your bandage. Yeah, I'm not your toy. No begging for more. Now I'm intoxicated. Oh, I'm saying it up, just being honest, baby. I watch you panic. I watch you panic, boy. I'm not your bandage. Yeah, I'm not your toy. Ooh, clothes are on the pavement. Everything we had in the box. Why don't you just pack it up, 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 pack it up. Somebody had to shut you up. Pack it up, 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 pack it up. Somebody had to shut you up. Anti-dramatic, just save us the tragedy. Blow up like a cinematic catastrophe. I watch you panic. I watch you panic, boy. I'm not your bandage. Yeah, I'm not your toy. Ooh, clothes are on the pavement. Everything we had in the past. Why don't you just pack it up, pack it up, pack it up. pack it up, pack it up, pack it up, pack it up. Somebody had to shut you up.
You've been listening to Just Hit Play. To contact your hosts, Peter and Nick, or to be featured on an episode as musical talent, email justhitplay7300@gmail.com. Keep up to date with news and announcements by following on Instagram and Facebook, linked in the show notes. Subscribe on your favourite podcatcher to tune in next week for more sonic delights. And if you can't wait till then, check out the Just Hit playlist on Spotify, linked in the show notes. A special thanks to Braden Munch for the theme song, and thank you for listening.